Good evening. Hey, thank you, Frida. That was a nice reception for me there. I appreciate that. Frida was very kind. Steve, Frida gave me a shout out there as we went, and I appreciate that.
That means
So
she has been looking forward to the session.
even Priska is saying hello. Hey, these are good people who have supported me. I feel encouraged even as I come to speak. Thank you so much. And Steve, thank you for
Hi.
starting us off very well. Let's get to this. All right, all right. Good, 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 good. Allow me to just make a couple of changes here so we can get moving. Good evening, everybody. I think it's vital for each one of us to understand where our source is and to know what we're aiming for. Anytime that I'm speaking to a group of believers, Christians, on the issue of money, I usually draw from the book of Matthew, chapter 25, and it is the parable of the talents. Now, many of us have had that parable of the talents interpreted in many different ways, especially saying, you have different giftings, abilities, uko na kipawa, ya ina gani, and different ways that we interpret that verse, those chapters. But if you read the parable of the talents, it is about money. And that story really gives me a lot of encouragement and hopefully builds us up even as we talk about money from our perspective. So, number one, at the beginning of that, and I encourage you to go to Matthew 25 and read it even as you go through. The first thing is that you recognize the master is the one who gave the servants the resources to go out and produce wealth. So, at the beginning, it says the master gave to each one of his servants. And that's something that we must know. In the chat box, where is our source, brothers and sisters? Where does our ability to create wealth come from? Who gives us that opportunity to do so? This is now where your participation in the chat box can come up. If you want to speak, you can raise your hand so I call you, because if I say just talk, there'll be too much talking. So if you want to speak, raise your hand so we can call you one at a time and have that. God is our provider. He is the one who provides. Now, those of you who have read that chapter or have opened Matthew 25, there were three servants, isn't it? Did they all receive the same? No. In fact, the word of God says, each according to his ability. Not class. Job, don't misinterpret the Bible, Job. No. Each according to his ability. And so to one was given 5. And when you talk about 5 talents, we're talking about 500,000 shillings. Just imagine 1 talent is about 100,000 shillings. So to one was given 500,000. To the other was given 200,000. And to the other was given 100,000. Now, brothers and sisters in the chat box, if I came and blessed you with 100,000 to go and do something with your life, is that too little? I'm just asking. I'm just asking your perspective, because sometimes when we read that, we feel like only he was given only one. No, a talent was the value of like $1,000, which is over 100,000 shillings. That's the first. Secondly, he didn't even have it in the beginning. So this was a gift that was given to him. Each according to his ability. Now, let me tell you something. Me, I don't want anything outside of my ability, because the responsibility can be too heavy. My brothers and sisters, I have sat down with CEOs of major companies around the world. I've interviewed business leaders from different places in the world. I've traveled around the world. Let me tell you, please thank God for what He has given you according to your ability. because some of the weight, the heaviness of responsibility might be too much for you to carry. You know, we're busy looking at these people, wondering they are so rich, they have so much, they have so, but it comes with the weight of responsibility that unless you are up to it, can drown you. So, each according to his ability. Number one, God was the source. Number two, each according to his ability. And then he said, take care of it. I will come back to take an account. What did he say? What did it say? I will return to take an account. My brothers and my sisters, guess what? What we have been given, we will give an account for it. Oh, yes. And this is the thing. This is just one of the. Emmy, I agree with you. Ability has the potential to grow. Yes. But you're given according to the one you have sown. So please build your ability. Build it up. And as you build, the good master, Emmy, thank you so much, will give according to it. I love that, Emmy. So he's coming back to take an account. Now, if you read it in certain translations, the next verse that comes up in the story, it says, the one who was given 5 talents, 500,000 shillings, went out at once. You know, there's some words in the Bible that you can preach a whole sermon on. At once. In the chat box, what is at once? It means immediately. Right now. He did not waste time. My brothers and my sisters, there are some people in this room looking at me who have been thinking of an idea for years. Hands up. Hello, thinkers. Hands up. Put up. You have been dreaming for years. Some of you even decades. Hands up. I know you're here. What did the servant with 5 talents go out and do? He went out at once. Don't waste time, my friends. Time is one resource that only God can restore. Only he can restore. He went out at once. This is what I found out. To John. John saying, and fearing to implement the idea. Fear is one of those things. First of all, one of the things in the Bible that Jesus continuously says to his disciples is what? Fear not, fear not, fear not. Every time an angel came to meet people, what would he say? Fear not, fear not. Yes, let's not fear. I didn't say do foolish things, but we can't walk in fear. We walk by faith. Anyway, so he went out at once. And this thing of taking time to, what I've discovered is that the people who go out at once, it's not that they know everything. You can't know everything. But that the part that they know, they are able to start. Here's one way of doing it. Some of you struggle with too many ideas. Here's what you do sometimes. When you have too many ideas, first of all, go and ask yourself which ones are the best, rank them. Then remove all from number 1 to 5, put it on a piece of paper. Now you're struggling to after that, you just close your eyes and just do this. Pick one and get started. Because guess what? Many of your ideas will fail. And that's okay. Because you learn from that failure. You cannot be perfect in every implementation that you have. So pick a good idea. I didn't say pick bad ideas. Pick one of your top 5 ideas and start. Just start. If it doesn't work, move on to the next one until you find the one that works. When I sit with business owners, none of them have had a perfect streak. All of them had a failure somewhere along the way. And what they just know is if I failed at something, I'm able to pick up and grow from there. So stop wasting time. Go out at once. Try. If it works, keep doing it. If it doesn't work, stop doing it and do something else. And at once again. And so did the the servant was given 2 talents, 200,000 shillings. Both of them went out and they doubled their money. Okay? The one who was given 1 talent was envious of others. Please don't envy other people because you don't know where they have come from. You don't know what work they have done. You don't know anything about other people in the world. It's not your business. You be busy about what God has entrusted to you. And I'm going to tell you why. It's so beautiful. As you go down in that chapter, verse 21, you'll see verse 21 and verse 23 of that chapter, they will speak to you on this issue of don't be envious, don't be envious. So the one who was given 1 talent, he said, this is too much. Why is this guy? He's too tough. This is too much. First of all, he doesn't give thanks. He doesn't do anything. He goes and hides that money. After a long time, put it in the chat box. After what? What time? After a long time, the master came back to take an account. So God will give you time to implement. Take that time and use it. Okay? Now, after a long time, the master came back. And the servant who had been given 5 talents came and said, Here, master, you gave me 5 talents. Here are 5 and 5 more. Verse 21 says, Well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful in a few things. I will put you in charge of many things. Come and share in your master's happiness. Isn't that a good blessing? You've shown faithfulness with these 5 that I've given you, this 500,000 that I've given you. What are you going to do as you move forward? Isn't that powerful? Hey. Next, the servant with 2 came before the master and said, Guess what, master, you gave me 2. Here is 2 more. I have doubled what you have given. Verse 23. Please listen to it. It says, Well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful with a few things. I will put you in charge of many things. Come and share in your master's happiness. I don't know about you, but that was your moment to clap and to get excited. Why? Because the reward for the one who was given 2 talents and the reward for the one who was given 5 talents, even if the one who had 5 brought 5 and the one who had 2 brought 2, the reward was exactly the same. This is what I take from this story, is that if God can trust you with what he has given you, the reward is the same. That is why God is able to take somebody from the poorest community in the world and make them one of the richest people in the world. Because they get that. God can see, I can trust you with a few things and put you in charge of many things. So stop. I told you, remember I told you don't envy somebody else. You don't know what has been placed upon them. You don't know. You don't know the weight of what that they are carrying on their shoulders. I just say, God, just give me what is for me to carry. For me. That I'll be faithful with that. And I've seen it over and over again in my life. He puts you in charge of more things. Oh, hey, that is the good servant I can trust. Can God trust you? Goes on. Then the servant, the servant who had 1 talent, Immaculate, I'm praying with you. The servant who was given 1 talent showed up and said, Now, I knew you are a tough master. You harvest where you don't plant. You're busy taking what is not yours. So me, I went and hid it. Here's your 1 talent back. The master said some words which scare me, and may God have mercy on us. He said, You wicked, lazy servant. So you know that I harvest where I have not planted and I reap where I have not sown. I'm paraphrasing now. I'm paraphrasing. You know that. And I feel that's tongue in cheek. He's being sarcastic. Then at least why wouldn't you have taken this one talent and put it in the bank? Now listen, where is your money? Put it in the bank. At least it earned some interest so that I would have gained. He was thrown out, and what was his was taken and given to the one who had 10. Have you ever wondered why sometimes some people who are rich just keep getting more rich? This blessing, you see, God is not a respecter of persons. God is not a respecter of persons. No, no, no. Who you are, if you're faithful, the blessing is on you. That's it. And so some people just continuously build wealth because they can be trusted. Now, I have a word for you people. I want to remind you of something. That even that ability that each of the servants had came from where? The master. And so I want to speak to you before I give you some words around money. First of all, Psalm 139 and verse 14. I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well. I want to encourage you, like the psalmist said, that you are fearfully and wonderfully made. When God sees you, he says, my works are wonderful. You. Ephesians chapter 2 and verse 10 speaks to you and it says, my brothers and my sisters. In the version that I love, I think it's the NLT, it says that for you are God's masterpiece. You are his best work. You are God's masterpiece, created in Christ Jesus to do the good things that he prepared in advance for you to do. So, Kendi, even you, the ability is already in you. You're just waiting and you have received the gifts that God has given you. Put them into practice and see what God will do in you. Can you be faithful with a few things so that he can put you in charge of many things? And I don't believe, please listen, I don't believe this is just about heaven. I don't believe so. I believe that this principle of Matthew 25 works here on earth. So, my brothers and my sisters, can God trust you? Okay, let's talk about money now. Let's talk about money. I have preached enough. Too much preaching, but that is the job. As you heard, my name is Waithaka Gatumia. I run a company. Right now, we are building our website out, waithakagatumia.com. We offer financial literacy and entrepreneurship education. And I've been in this space for over 10 years. And I've really enjoyed and loved training people in this space of personal financial management and entrepreneurship. We are dedicated to helping Africans build wealth. And seeing as most of the people on this call with me are Africans, I think I'm doing my job, isn't it? So let's use the chat box. So if somebody is brave enough and you want to speak, why don't you lift your hand if you don't mind and tell me, what do you think wealth is? What is wealth? Can somebody please define it for me very quickly, very quickly? Hands up. Hands up or in the chat box. You know, some people are keyboard warriors, so I know they want to type the answers, but I want to hear some voices now. What is wealth? So here, abundance. Anyone want to speak? You want to just lift your hand and I'll unmute you so that you can be able to speak. If you press the lift hand button, there they are. So let's hear from Jamal Mwangi. Hey, Jamal, talk to me. Press the unmute button now on your side and talk to us. Hi, Jamal.
Okay. Hello.
What's wealth?
Thank you. Thank you so much. From my perspective,
Yes.
wealth is not just money.
Huh?
It's a balance of relationships, money, spiritual wealth,
Hey,
physical health.
hey.
Yeah, such. Thank you.
I love it. I love it. You've taken it into into our minds, into our spirits. I love that as well. It's very good. I can see as Sifa is responding to you in the same way. Health, family, all those things. Very good. Dr. John. Talk to me, Dr. John. Switch on your mic. Oops. Dr. John, I think I may have lowered your hand by mistake, but switch on your mic and answer. Just press that button to speak, Dr. John. As Dr. John is finding that button, let's hear from Candy Immaculate. What's your view?
Sorry, I have been talking and my mic was not unmuted. I am sorry.
Now we can hear you. Go ahead.
So I am here for the first time.
Yes.
I am wondering if it is me that has been late in coming or it is you that has just come now. Because I'm asking myself, where have you been? We have been thinking that asking God for more is a prayer. Thank you to the friend that invited me here. So I think for me, wealth is just knowing your purpose and working in it daily, because that is where you find the biggest satisfaction.
Okay. I like it. I like it. Let's hear from just one more time. Sajodi. Disc Sajodi. Last comment. Thank you so much, Immaculate. I appreciate that. What's your view on wealth?
Thank you very much for the wide perspective you have given us. But to me, wealth is a gift that, if used well, adds value to our life in totality. Thank you.
Before you go. How would I know you are wealthy?
From the quality of life that I exude.
What will tell you from the quality of life that you are wealthy?
The peace. Mm-hmm. The peace that I have in my heart.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. In this case, then, I agree with you that each person must define for themselves what wealth means. And in this case, I am speaking financially. Because it's very easy for all of us here. And you can see everybody has different perspectives on what wealth is. And I'm not saying you're wrong or right. I'm not saying that at all. No. I'm not doing that. I'm just saying that each one of us must define for ourselves at what point do you become wealthy? Because we have to have a target in front of us. One of the problems that we have, just indicate with me with a hand up, how many of us are employed? If you are employed, you have a job, somebody has employed you to work for them somewhere. Just raise your hand. I'm just trying to get a picture. Who is employed? All these people are employees. Very good. Hello, employees. How are you? Employees, when you go to work, you arrive at the office and the boss just says, do your best? Is that what the boss says? Do your best. Try as hard as you'd like. Victoria, please switch on your mic and tell us, because you have said no very quickly. Victoria Ochieng, just switch on your mic. What does the boss say to you?
Oh, if I'm an employee, of course, I've been employed. I have my KPI, my JD. So it's for me to perform the best that I can.
According
they don't
to?
need to tell me, please go and do this. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But what are you measuring against? How do you know you are doing well? I think everyone is getting the idea. All of us as employees are given what? Targets. We are given measuring sticks against which we know we are heading in the right direction. So, my question for you is this, my friends. What is your target for your personal finance? How will you know, hey, I am heading in the right direction? I am getting towards my goal. I am almost there. How will I know? John, because your hand is up, you will answer my question. John Doro, switch on your mic. How will you know? What's your target, John? John, unmute and answer. You have to unmute. And Gerald, thank you so much. Okay, Kehio, you want to answer? You can answer for me. Just unmute. Tell me, what's your personal target? How do you know you are wealthy? Okay, John is taking time. Bramwell, how do you know? Since your hand is up, Bramwell, Opio, what's your target? How will you know you're heading in the right direction?
I think you will know you are wealthy when you are able to serve. Let's say my job ended today. I'm
Yes.
able to survive for a long period without any income. Then at least I'm wealthy.
Bramwell, don't switch off your microphone. So, having enough assets to sustain the life that you want, isn't it?
Yes.
So, you have to define what you want and set targets. And then the work is to build assets that will pay you to live the lifestyle that you want. So, Bramwell, can we be a bit more practical than that? Let's be a bit more
Okay.
practical. Let's do it together.
So, yes, it's
Or you want
okay.
to say something? Yes, say something. Say something.
I'm saying it's okay. We can make it practical.
So, in the chat box, my friends, you are imagining that one day I will retire, I don't have to work, I have stopped working, I have assets that will just pay me every month and I can take care of my life. Yes? Which assets were these? Which assets were you imagining one day will take care of you? Bramwell, let the rest. I'm coming to you in a moment. I'm trying to see what people are. You know the answer that comes so quickly. My dear friend, Job has answered very quickly, and the next one was Catherine. So let's do that together. Okay? Let's do it together. Okay. Now, Bramwell, you can help me. How
Yes.
much do you need in a month to live comfortably?
To live comfortably, 50K.
Okay. In the chat box, do you guys agree with Bram? Betty is a lot farther from you, but Bram, you're at 50K. Let's use 50K for today, for now. Let's use it for now. So if you had assets paying you 50K, so you'd be happy. Am I right, Bramwell?
Yes. Yes.
Praise the Lord. We are using you for now. The rest of you who have different numbers, on a piece of paper, just follow my instructions on the screen there. Okay? Just follow. Just follow. So monthly, Kenya shillings 50,000. Correct? Very good.
Yes.
Now, rental income. I hope, Bramwell, are you seeing what's on the screen?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay. Rental income, on average, we earn about 5% of the value of the property per year in rent. Did you know that's how much rent pays you, Bramwell? Bram, you can't leave me hanging. I have to talk to someone as I'm having this discussion. Bado huko ama umetoka? Opio, where are you?
Sorry, I was muted.
Don't be muted. Be aware. Be alert. Bramwell, did you know
Okay.
that rental income in Kenya is about 5% per year of the value? It's a 5% return.
Yes. Yes.
You knew. Okay, good. So what does this mean? Yes, we work out what is my annual income. Yes, we do monthly times 12. In our case, it's 50,000 times. Bramwell, what's the
Times
answer to that?
50,000 times 12 would be
Yes,
600,000
600,000 per year. So if you have rental properties that were paying you 600K per year, Bramwells, you would be comfortable. You would be wealthy.
Sure, I'll be healthy.
Good. So now we say this 5% of the value, this is 5%, sorry, per year. 5% per year should be equal to our annual needs.
Mhm.
See, and we have said our annual income needs are how much? Kenya shilling 600,000. Very good. So what do we say? 100%. Yes? Or the total value of the property. Now, you guys, come on. See, we are parents of CBC children. We went to primary. We know cross multiplication, yes? So what do? Simple. We do 100%. You divide that by 5%, which is 20, isn't it? And you multiply by
Yeah.
600K. What do you get? Bram?
Just a minute.
Now Jeffrey and Stella, there's no need to show off that you are much faster at maths than me. Just pole. Take us slowly. I can see you got the right answer. Can we give Jeffrey and Stella a good hand in the chat box? They got it immediately. I wonder if Jeffrey and Stella are in the real estate. They might be doing real estate somewhere. Well done, guys. Well done. Bram, have you got the answer yet?
Yes, it's 12 million.
12M. Now, Brahms, you have now given you a target.
Yes.
Before that, how much were you planning to save and invest? What was your target?
My target for saving and investing. Uh, okay, I was planning to live on 50,000, and my target was to attain 600,000 per year.
Yes.
Yes.
No, but
now
what the asset that will pay you the 600,000? What was the target? Did you know
it's
this?
12
Did you know
million.
this was the target?
No, I didn't know this until today.
So what were you saving for?
Okay. Saving for emergency, ensuring I have an emergency fund.
That's okay, but I'm saying in terms of the goal. I love your thinking, and I'm on that. But did you have a number that you are aiming for?
No.
No.
Before this class, no.
So if you don't have a number, can you achieve it?
No, you can't achieve it if you don't have a number.
Everyone else in the chat box, what are you aiming for? Do you have a number? And this is what breaks my heart. Can I tell you what breaks my heart? In fact, let me remove this from the screen so you stop being distracted. Can I tell you what breaks my heart? Is that many of you and me have worked for other people. They give us numbers to achieve, and we achieve them. Many of us in this room have made our bosses millionaires. How are you? Are you there? How many of you have made your boss? In fact, you achieved millions in the targets that you have been given by someone else. Someone else told you, produce this for me. And you go out, sales agents, engineers, hard workers, you are out there. Somebody put a number in front of you and you achieved it for them. So my question for you is this. My question for you is this. What is your number? Have you worked it out? Do you have a target? Do you? Bramwell now has part of his target. Can we finish Bramwell's target? And hopefully you're copying so that you'll put your numbers there. Those of you said for $500,000, you'll do what? $500,000 is 500,000 times 12 times 20, isn't it? So for the 500,000 people, I saw somebody saying 500,000. Your number in real estate, if you're doing rental real estate, is 120 million. Are we together? So you see the maths is the same. The maths is the same. Good. Let's continue with the mathematics. Then we finish. I want you to remember the servant who got 5. He went out at once. What are you waiting for? Okay. Oops, I put the wrong screen. Let me change back to where we were. Bram.
Yes.
Did you hear of another investment called government bonds?
Yes.
Okay. In Kenya, what do people, not bonds. Does anyone know what the average return is? Guys, don't write on the screen, please. Please, please. Please, I'm begging you. For the sake of our discussion, please. I know it is tempting. Okay, good. Just so that we're able to flow nicely. Okay. So average return on bonds?
I think around 14%.
So 14 is a bit higher. If you look at the long term, let's see what people say in the chat. About 12% is a better number to focus, yeah? Let's say 12% long term, yeah? This is per year. So we do the same calculation now, isn't it? So we say 12%, yes, per year should be equal to your number, isn't it? Hey, where's Gerald and Stella? We need the math should be already in the chat box. So what is 100%? The total investment. Now in bonds, isn't it? Is the question. Equals how much? The same calculation, Bram. 100%.
Yes.
You divide that by 5%. What do you get there? Isn't that something like 8 point something, 8.33? 100 divided by 12. Yeah, 8.33 times 600K. Okay? Yes, it is 4.999999. Can we just round that off to 5 million?
Okay.
Now, what does this mean, brothers and sisters? Somebody today, Bram, who has invested in bond 5 million, and somebody who has invested in real estate 12 million, they are earning the same amount. If the bond is paying 12 and the real estate is paying 5%. What does this mean, Bram? If you have between 5 and 12 million, you can organize it in such a way that it pays you your 50,000 every month, whether you work or not. You are correct. Thank you. Thank you so much. Sorry, everyone who was correcting, I put 5 down there. It should be 12. Thank you so much. Wagoi, thank you for being there. Frida is saying, wow, I need to hear why. Bramwell is too quiet. Let's hear from I'm just giving you a hard time, Bram. Thank you so much for helping me out. This is now, which Frida is this? Keep doing. Keep doing. What are you saying wow for? Switch on your mic and tell us why.
I think I'm just amazed because as adults we're trying to unlearn what we saw growing up, because it looked like the goal of everything or everyone was real estate, and it's something that you can see with your eyes. But it was just amazing seeing those numbers. And also, as Bramwell said, I also didn't have a target, those targets that you've talked about.
Yes.
I think it's a very nice way
Yes.
of looking at wealth and planning.
But here's the thing, Frida, and I hope you're not going to miss this. Frida, switch on your mic, please. Switch on. I don't know, someone keeps muting you. Frida, switch on your mic.
Yeah.
I don't want you to miss the point. I did not say that real estate is a bad investment. I have invested heavily in real estate.
Mm-hmm.
But I have also invested in bonds and other places. What I was trying to do was calculate a target. Did you see that? And the
Yeah.
target was informed by what Bram asked for.
Mm-hmm.
So, Frida, what is your target? Frida,
So I
what is
have
your
to
target?
calculate now based on, I have to put my numbers together. Mine is 200 per month, so I have to put the
There's no
numbers.
problem. The same, you put it in there. If it is 200K, you say, first of all, in the first one, it was times 12, which is 2.4 million per year, times 20 if you want real estate. So if it is rental properties, you need 48M. Frida, I've done it for you quickly. Now, where's Frida gone? Frida, your mic has to be on the whole. We are having a conversation. 48M, isn't it?
Yes.
And
Somebody
if it
is muting, so
that's okay. And if it is in
Mm.
bonds, it's times 8.33. It's about 20M, 19.9999. So about 20M. There's your number. So what is the question now? In fact, Frida, I need you to just unmute and tell me, Frida, which between these two numbers, which should Bramwell aim for? Frida, just unmute and tell me, and even Bram, you can unmute. Which one should you aim for? Between the 5 and 12, which one should Bram aim for?
Aim for the higher one.
Praise the Lord. That is it. Frida, why? Unmute again and tell us why. Why should you aim for the higher one?
Okay, this is just me thinking it will enable me to get, you see, if I aimed for the lower one, I'll just get that.
And if you miss it, you will be below where you want to be.
Yeah.
But if you go to aim for the higher one and you miss it by a bit, you still have enough to organize yourself. That's it, Frida. Well done. Everyone give Frida a hand. She got the idea. She got it. Now, friends, let's talk. Guys, this doesn't just happen by mistake. It is purposeful. And so, listen to what I said. Remember, we started at the very beginning. We talked about the servant. He went out at once and started working and was diligent and faithful and ready to receive an account. This is what we're doing. So my question to you is, where does your money go? Do you know? Do you know? I want you to do an exercise for me after this session. I want you to go through your M-Pesa messages. Okay? Just go through your M-Pesa messages and find out how much you pay Safaricom every month for using M-Pesa by calculating your transaction fees. Do you know your transaction fees on M-Pesa? Do you know? Do you know how much you spend on Mahindi Choma every month? Do you know? Most of us really don't know where our money goes. We are very general in our budgeting and our planning. And it doesn't matter your income level. We discovered this with our house help who works here and we try and pay her well. All right? And she used to say, my airtime always gets finished. Then we discovered every time we call her, there's a new song singing to us every time we call her. This amazing lady had over 7 Skiza tunes on her phone. Over 7 of them. Okay? That means more than 7 shillings per day was disappearing from her phone and she didn't know, to entertain us. Now, I'm not against Skiza tunes. I want people to use them because I want our Kenyan artists to have money. But please, pick one. Why do you have 7? Okay. Why do you have 7 and you are near minimum wage area? This is what I'm saying. Why? Do you actually know where your money is going? So, here are the principles. I want you to write them down. 3 things that I want you to do even as we come to a close. Number 1, I want you to practice paying yourself first. Now, to pay yourself first is not kuambia mwili pole. I know many of you think Friday going to watch the match, doing something, that's paying yourself. No, 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 no. When you go to watch the match or you take your girlfriend out on a date or you take your family to go and eat somewhere, do they pay you or do you pay them? In the chat box, which one is it? When you go to tell yourself, oh, imagine I've worked so hard, does anyone pay you when you are there or do you pay them? In the chat, I need to hear. You pay them. So the question is, how do you pay yourself? You pay yourself by saving and investing first before you pay everybody else. Before you pay everybody else. Why? I want you to look at this. Imagine this is your total income. 10 fingers. Each is 10%. Okay? At the very beginning, hello, at the very beginning, my friends, who takes their portion before you even see it? Who takes their portion? How much do they take, Nahashon? Minimum 30%. Sawa. Then Mercy, praise the Lord, Mercy is in the house. The church, you should give your tithe of 10%. Now you have 60. Can you see where all this has gone to government and the church? And Mercy, I know you also pay offering. So I don't know how much you have given. But let's just leave it at tithe. We are at 60. After you've paid the government and the church, where does your money go next, people? And what percentage? Can I tell you, on average, it is 20% on housing. So where you live. Rent. Joseph, even before I said anything, you had already written rent. 20%. Good. After that, you pay utilities, electricity, water, garbage, security, house help, all those things. Very good. After you have done that, transport of another 10%. Good. After that, food and shopping. Some of you, your fingers are already finished, but let's say another 10%. And then, hello, fellow Africans. Do you have relatives? Thank Nahashon, before I even said anything, you wrote down relatives. Gone. Finished. And to all the parents in the room, we have not yet paid school fees. Hatujaenda sherehe. What else have we not done? We've not bought clothes. What have we not done? Which other things have we not done yet? We have not paid. The reason we are paying loans is because we finished all the money. So, watch this. It sounds very simple, but it will change your life. To change this formula, when money comes in, before you pay rent, before you pay school fees, before you pay all these other things, save some and invest some. That's what it means to save and invest first. And I know people are going to ask, but we don't have enough time. How much should we save? It's really a goal-based saving plan. But the issue is the practice. Because what happens is if most of us leave saving and investing until the end, and we save and invest what's left, isn't it? Here we are changing the perspective. When money comes in, before we do anything else, we save and invest. If you're a believer, Christian like me, we pay our taxes, we pay our tithe and offering, then we save and invest before we do all the other things. So is that clear? Pay yourself first by saving and investing. Saving is putting aside money for emergencies. You put it where it's available for emergencies. Investing is putting your money where it will grow faster than inflation. And you have to do both. You can't do one at a time. Please, somebody in the chat said we are adulting. Isn't it? As adults, do we have the privilege of doing one thing at a time? No. We multitask. So for all of you who are going to ask me which one should I do first, there's no such thing as fast. We do them both at the same time. You must do immaculate, you must do it. Because if you don't, there's never enough. This is how we break the cycle of poverty. This is it. And Frida, I know the question is how much, what ratio. It's not about ratio. It's about setting a target and being disciplined in doing it as much as you possibly can. What does this mean? For some of us, if we do this, in fact, Kendi, switch on your mic. Kendi. What will happen? Are you there? Okay, let me disturb someone else. Frida, since you're there. Kiptui, you're my best friend.
Yes.
Let's talk. Frida.
Yeah. Yeah.
For some people are saying, hey, if I save and invest first, is there enough for other things? What do you think?
Oh, I guess it depends. You see, like the way you listed the things when you are counting with your fingers.
Yeah.
Once you have the money in your account, it will have use for sure.
Let me tell you, Frida, money goes out of your pocket and you don't even know it. Like Frida, I'm asking you, do you know how much you pay for Safaricom transaction fees every month? Do you budget for it?
I don't.
But so you are so rich, money can leave your pocket, you don't feel it.
No.
Frida, for me, can you imagine? We did this with my wife like 14 years ago. 14 years ago, we found out we were spending more on takeout food than our rent in a month. Gosh. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Because it's those small numbers. You buy a kamandazi as you're going to the office and a cup of tea. Then lunch, you go and buy something small. Then you have tea in the evening. Then you go. If you add all those things up, it was more than our rent. And we used to wonder, how do we save and invest? If you do this first, it means the rest of your life has to fit in your money. So we are prioritizing saving and investing. That is what we are doing. Esther, you have a question. Thanks, Kendi. Sorry, Frida. Thank you so much. I appreciate. You are talking to yourself for too long is boring. I appreciate that. Esther, you have a question. Switch on. There's no other way. Let me tell you, people, even if this is what I want you to understand, that the amount is not what is most important. It is the consistency and the habit. If you're earning 10K, don't worry, save and invest, even if it's 200 shillings per month. 100 investment, 100 savings. Practice that. Why? Because I believe in Jesus' name. Thank you, Kasheri, for calling on the name of the Lord. You will grow from 10K to 50K. So if you have been practicing 200 shillings per month, by the time you get to 50K, no problem moving from 200 to 2,000. And I know that you will be blessed. You'll grow from 50 to 100K. When it is 100K, you'll have no problem, Kendi, saving and investing 20,000 every month. Because you have gotten into the habit. The amount is less important than the habit. Okay, I keep moving. So that's a principle. Whatever amount you're saving and investing, do it when? When are you supposed to do it? In the chat box, I want at least 100 people to respond to that. When should we do it? As the principle. Not now. It's on the screen. Which is the word? First. Thank you. Thank you. Because if you get into that habit, you're never going to be behind. You're always ahead. Okay? Now, where do we save? Write this down very quickly. And listen to me. Don't complicate your life. Don't complicate your life. Please. Just pick one and do it. Because I know people are going to ask me, which one is best? Should I use, is it, now I'm going to put the examples on the screen. Should I use a savings account, fixed deposit, SACCO, or MMF? Doesn't matter. Pick one and save. So for your savings, put where? In one of these. Are we together? The difference between saving and investing is on the screen, Joseph. Saving is putting aside money for emergencies where it is safe and secure. Investing is putting your money where it will grow faster than inflation, so it has a high rate of return. So don't complicate, people. If you want to save, pick one of these and save. Are we together? Good. Next. MMFs are not investments, they are for saving. Money market fund is a savings tool. Savings. It's in the same bracket as SACCO, same bracket as bank account, savings accounts. It's not an investment. Investments are things that are business related, near the stock market, or unit trusts for growth. These are things like equity funds and special funds. I love that people are very quick to respond. Thank you so much, Techie. Techie in the chat box. Techie has already given you away. Right now, we can invest in the stock market on our phones. We can invest. We can. On your phone. You can buy shares on your phone. Buy them. Buy good companies. Don't buy one. Buy a few good companies. Spread the risk around. Say, I want 1, 2, 3, 4 of the best companies and just keep buying shares there. That's your investment. If you don't want to do it yourself, you can go through your bank, and your bank has what is called an equity fund, which is investing in shares on your behalf. Again, pick one and get started. Number 2, please write this down. Track your spending. If you don't know where your money is going, you will never succeed. So keep an exact record of your money spending for at least 1 month every year. Please write that down. Why? Because it will show you where your money goes. Then you can make a better choice. Like for us, we found out it was takeout food that was more than our rent. So we changed our lifestyle around that. Guess what? Guess what we did? Instead of eating out the way we were eating out, we hired a chef to come and cook for us in our house. That sounds crazy until we did the mathematics. It was cheaper to have a chef cook for us than the way we were eating out every month. And now we are eating even healthier. So for 1 month, write every cent that you spend and where it goes. How much did you give your relatives? Most of us don't know how much we give relatives. How much did we spend on sherehe? We don't know. How much did you spend on transaction fees with your bank, M-Pesa, all those things? We don't know. We don't know anything, so we can't plan. Once you've done that, use that data to create a real budget, because most of us have a mental budget, which is not true. Can I just be very loud and shout even more? You have been lying to yourself. If you don't have a written budget, you don't know the truth. So write it down. Then number 3, because we are out of time, guys, I want you to focus on assets. Assets grow in value, they protect your capital, and they generate income. How do I explain this? I have a car, by the grace of God, that is parked outside my house here. That car is not an asset. Why? Because tomorrow it will be worse. It will be worth less than what it was today. That's number 1. Number 2, every day I have to put fuel in it. Every year I have to insure it. Almost every week we have to get the car washed. We pay for parking. We pay for spare parts. We pay for that car there. Cecilia, you can't give up and be depressed. Please. Remember the story at the beginning of this was that the servant was faithful with what he was given. Are you being faithful with what you have been given? So my car outside there is losing me money. It is not an asset. It has value, but it is not an asset. Now, like Bramwell, if I own an apartment somewhere and there's a tenant in it paying me, that apartment is an asset. If I have money in an account that is gaining interest, that's an asset. If I've bought shares in companies that are growing, that's an asset. Stella is asking, how do we track our expenses? There are many apps on your phone. You can download as many as you want. You can use an Excel sheet. You can use even a simple notebook. The key is not how you track. The key is to track. Betty has hit the nail on the head. If you are living in a house and it is yours, that house is not an asset. Why? Because it costs you money to live there. So we want to have more assets that are paying us so we enjoy our lives in our own home. And my prayer for all of you is that you will have a house and assets to pay you to live in that house. The issue that we have is many of us, the moment we start earning money, what do we look for? A car, we look for a sofa set, a widescreen TV, a bigger mobile phone than the one we had. Which of these things puts money in your pocket? Can I give you a simple definition of an asset? An asset, write this down, puts money in your pocket. Of the things that you own, how many of them put money in your pocket? How many? Now, guys, we don't have a lot of time. And so, dear friends, I'll be happy to talk with the organizers to come and do another session if you like at another day. But I want to leave it at that for today. I want you to implement those three things so that we can build from there. What was number one? What was the first thing? Please. What was the first thing I said? We must do what? There are only three. Pay yourself. No. Finish the sentence. Thank you, John Winston. Pay yourself when? First, as a habit. Because what we tend to do, friends, is we usually save and invest. And how do we pay? I even told that. Peter, you answered before I got there. How do we pay ourselves? By doing what? Saving and investing when? First. Number two. What was number two? If you don't know where your money is going, you can't make any plans. So track your expenses for at least 1 month every year and use that data to create a real budget, not a fake budget that's in your head, actual written budget. Very good. And what was number three? I put it on the screen before I could say. Focus on what? Assets. I want you to ask yourself right now. I really want you to ask yourself, of all the things that you own, how many of them actually put money in your pocket? You see, listen, my friends, there's nothing against having a nice phone. I keep saying social media influencers should have the best phones on earth. Why? Because their whole life is built around their phone. But you, who just uses your phone for WhatsApp and text messages and watching a few YouTube videos, why do you need to spend 200,000 shillings on that phone? Is it an asset? I don't think so. Friends, has this been useful to you so far? Have you been challenged? Do you have a target for your saving and investing for growing? Come on, guys. Come on. Let's take a couple of questions. Then I have to leave. There's another meeting I'm jumping into, so I'll take probably 1 or 2 questions. If you have one, raise your hand, and then we'll do with the organizers. We'll do a longer session where we can ask more questions. I know I've left you hanging on many things, but I've given you enough to do what? To go out in the chat box, to go out. To go out. To go out. Who who has been listening from the beginning, at once and start. Praise the Lord. Good. I've given you enough to start. Any questions? Raise your hand. I'll take 2 and then we close. If you have a question, please raise your hand. John Winston, advice for someone coming from negative is essentially debt. Okay. John, do you mind if I ask where the debt, what was the debt for, John Winston? Did you switch on your mic and tell me a little bit more? Hi, John. Then Joseph. John, your mic is on, but we can't hear. Okay, Joseph Muruku.
Okay, thank you very much. My question would be, you've mentioned that we should focus on assets. And, as Kenyans, there's this fixation we have on land. Kaplot, Joska, Kamulu, and wherever. But now the question is, once you buy this plot and it's idle, what is the best way of having such an asset earn new money? Because you also know that the time it takes to also sell of land can be long or before it appreciates. Thank you.
Yeah. So my question is then, why did you buy the land? What was the aim? To do what?
Okay, in my case, I would say to resell and also to farm.
Okay, if you're farming, then it is an asset because you're using it to generate. So be serious then about the farming. But if it's an issue of selling, then I want you to approach it like the company that sold you the land. You see, for them, that land is an asset. Why? Because they don't go and buy 50 by 100, half an acre, even 1 acre. They go to an area and buy like 5 acres where there's high demand. Then they do what is called value addition. They subdivide the land, put a rough road and say 50 meters from tarmac. See, Joseph, that's what they say. And yes, in 3 to 6 months, they resell the same property for between 30 and 60% more than they bought it within a 3 to 6 month period, because they are serious about buying and selling. But when we buy a piece of land, we don't know, first of all, how much it actually costs. We don't know when we are going to sell it. We don't know to who we are going to sell it and why we are selling it. We don't know. So I am saying to you, Joseph, land is a wonderful asset that has made people wealthy. But people who had a plan, not people who bought land just because mom or dad told me buy land. Now you own the land, but you don't know why, you don't know for what, you don't know for how long. So is land a good investment? Yes. If you know what you're doing and make a plan. I'm buying it now. I intend to offload it in 2 years when it has appreciated to this amount and I'll have made this difference. That's a serious plan. Not I'm buying land and I hope one day when, I don't know when, we don't know. Thanks, Joseph.
Thank you.
All right, guys. It has been such a pleasure. Allow me to run away, but can we do this again later? Today was just an overlap with another meeting that I had. I need to run, but I'm happy to come back and we have a discussion like this again. I want you, please. But sometimes when people leave a class like this, they say, oh, we didn't get into the details. We didn't get... No, my friends. My friends. You have enough to get out and go out at once and do it. All right?